Hi, it's Larry Gifford
And Sonia Mather.
and no Tim. This is the founders chat of the PD Avengers. Thanks for being here. This is the podcast that we put out every week where we tell you the three things that we learned about Parkinson's this week. So, Sonia, start us off.
Mine's going to be I've been, Larry, on a couple of panel discussions and group discussions about disease modifying therapies and how to communicate that concept to people in our PD community. And I thought it would be interesting to just briefly talk about that today. And what do we mean by disease modifying treatments? Well, we mean disease or treatments that target the disease itself. So we're targeting the cause of the Parkinson's and what's leading to our symptoms. That's versus symptomatic treatments, which are just treatments that control our tremor or control our slow movements and that sort of thing, which is what Cinemet does, right? Ultimately, we want to stop or slow down the progression of the disease. Ultimately, it'd be nice to cure it, but at least stop or slow down the progression would be nice. And those are called disease modifying treatments, of which we don't have any at the moment. And why don't we have any? Well, one of the reasons is that you can't cure what you don't know, and we don't really know for sure what causes Parkinson's disease. So it's hard to develop something to slow down the progression of a disease if we don't really know the cause with certainty. The other thing is we don't have a way of measuring the disease, right? What we hear about people talking about the biomarker for the disease. So if you can't measure whether a treatment is actually affecting the progression of the disease, it's very hard to develop research projects that will target the disease itself.
Didn't Michael J. Fox Foundation come out with a biomarker last year?
Yes, yeah. That they did definitely come up with a biomarker of alpha-synuclein. But the problem is it's a great progress that was made. But it's just kind of gives you an idea of whether it is could be Parkinson's disease or not. But what we need is really a quantitative biomarker, which we can say, okay, if you measure X thing at this level, this means that you're this far along in your progression and that,
Gotcha.
yeah. So we need something more specific than a yes or a no. We need something as how much
Right. Okay.
Parkinson's do you have? Yeah,
More of a complex question than a
more complex.
maybe.
So I think it's important to understand the difference between disease targeting and symptom targeting. In order for you to understand the research that's coming out or any research study that you're asked to be involved with, I think that kind of clarification is an important one to know.
For sure. And if you want more information on trials, you can go to Michael J. Fox Foundation's Trial Finder.
Yes, yeah.
And you could also go to the BPMI, sorry. And then the other thing is I take a survey every quarter through the Michael J. Fox Foundation's online forum, which is called Fox
Insight.
Insight. There's a lot of places you can go within the Fox family and others. There's
Mhm.
just look for trials that seem interesting to you. I
Yeah.
entered one trial because I got to send my poop in the mail. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, and we're working on a research page for our website, which will have links to all the different organizations that list clinical trials that you maybe want to become involved with.
Great. Did you hear the good news?
What's that?
Michael J. Fox is making his return to acting.
Yes. Oh, I did hear that.
Yeah, so after a 5-year hiatus due to his Parkinson's diagnosis, 63-year-old Michael J. Fox, the Hollywood legend, is joining the cast of Shrinking for season 3 on Apple TV. And it's huge. Michael J. Fox has always been more than just an actor. He's been an inspiration for millions living with the disease.
Yes.
And his decision to return to the screen isn't just a personal victory, it's a statement. For
Hmm.
so many of us, seeing him act again is a reminder that Parkinson's doesn't define us. He's shown time and time again that his resilience and his courage, and we can continue to live up to that and find fulfillment in our lives, even with the challenging disease. So I'm
Sure.
really excited to see that. I love this show.
It's
I
a
don't know.
great show. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Harrison Ford stars in it, which is amazing. And he shared his thoughts on Fox's return to to the show. He said, his willingness to be part of our show is a huge inspiration. It gives us a real sense of purpose. For Ford, it's more than just two actors working together. It's about telling a story that matters to people with Parkinson's. And Fox's involvement brings the story to life in a way few can. So just a cameo. I think he's going to be on like the finale or whatever. But that guy is unbelievable.
Oh, he's unstoppable. Yeah.
Yeah. And we promised three things. So I'm going to give you one last thing.
Okay, cool.
Could magic mushrooms be the secret ingredient to helping people with Parkinson's disease?
Oh, Larry, that's
Researchers from the University of California, San Francisco, of course, it's the University of California, San Francisco, they think they might be onto something. They're looking at psilocybin, Psilocybin, the active ingredient in magic mushrooms, and its potential to improve mood, cognition, and motor symptoms for people with Parkinson's. And if it works, it could be a big deal for over 1 million Americans living with Parkinson's, second most common neurodegenerative disease after Alzheimer's. Dr. Ellen Bradley, an assistant professor and associate director of UCSF's Transitional Psychedelic Research Program, led the study, which was published earlier this month in Neuropsychopharmacology. She said, we're still very early stages, but the first study went well beyond what we expected.
Interesting. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
Little magic mushroom with your dinner.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on how that develops.
Yeah, for sure. All right, folks, there it is. 3 things we learned about Parkinson's this week. Hope you have a great day, and check the notes to figure out how you can send us a message. And we'll talk to you soon.
Take care.
Bye-bye.